up meetings, whatever. Is that okay to do, Tom?
I guess it depends on what are you talking about? Are you talking about like going through the initial resumes
Yep.
and categorizing them or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with people filtering that, but I think we'd want to further define that, you know, after we decide, are we going to hire a outside consultant, or are we going to bring down the ISBA?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that's something we can, once we talk to who we're going to use and talk with them, I think work with them on what
Then
they
make that
see.
decision. Okay.
But yeah, generally, I mean, no official action can be taken outside of a meeting, but I think legwork is something that can be done by smaller groups.
Gotcha. Does anybody have any questions or concerns on that? Suggestions?
Could you repeat it, Rodney? I'm so sorry.
So once we decide which direction we want to go, if we want to go with ISBA or the three college team or Jim Halleck, then speak to them. Then we possibly may break down into smaller committees in case we have to do some going through applications and categorizing those or whatnot, so that we wouldn't actually have to have a full board meeting, because that would only be for some sub jobs until we get to that point. But in the end, it would still be the seven of us doing the interviews and coming to the decision.
Talk about the cost options on these, because I think the ISBA offers some services for free.
I think the ISBA is free. Indiana, the university group,
Mileage.
it was recouping mileage and maybe meal. I think we fed them too.
Right.
Yeah. Jim Halleck, there is a cost.
As well as that.
But I do want to say, speaking of that too, let's let the public know to our time frame that we're talking about here, because we do have Thurston and Kim Thurston and of course Britt Minton that are doing a great job, and John just has stepped down, so we are not as a big of rush. I mean, we're going to try to get this done done right.
Yeah, so we got some time here. We're not going to rush to make any decisions. Mr. Acton will be retiring at the end of June. Brent and Dr. Thurston have been here through that time, so we're in no hurry to make any rash decisions. We will ask ISBA if you guys are in favor of that to come, if we can gather some information for our next board meeting, which will be in February. Then go through that information. If they choose to come down, we'll see what that process is. Have that conversation, and then we would start at that point.
So, Rodney, can we
Yes.
go ahead and reach out to the admin assistants and Jim and just see what
Yes.
their cost would
Yep.
be?
Yeah.
Just to kind of get an idea.
Yeah, Dr. Thurston yeah. Cool.
One thing that I remember, I spoke with Jim Halleck after the training last time, and he can be as involved as he wants us. And I think any consultants, if we went with administrative assistants or any other consulting firm, and he threw out that there are several others, we may just consult with them for an hour at a time on this, that, or the other. I mean, that's an option.
I think based on price, and then once we have some time to, sit down, I've given you guys some paperwork that I had from ISBA the last time, and we've, for you guys to look over and read through, and so that when we get to the February meeting, any questions or concerns that you brought up, we can discuss. And Mark, do you have anything?
No, I don't have anything.
Okay. What am I missing?
Well, it's our manual we have from ISBA.
Yeah.
About the third or fourth page in, it explains what they do.
Yeah.
So, the down at the bottom says, review no charge, and they review the board procedures regarding the interview process, contract provisions and procedures, interview questions, rating scales, and, there's several things in here that they do. So, in the manual we got.
And that may be our best bet. price is low. But they're easy to work with, they communicate well.
We do pay an annual membership.
We do?
Belong to the ISBA, so that is part of the,
Yeah.
that's why.
That's part of our perks. I forgot, the money guy was sitting next to me. We do pay for it.
We're already paying for it.
Yeah, it's, yeah.
One of the services we already paid for.
There's no additional fee, let me correct myself. As part of our fees that we pay to be a part of that, which is a great service to our school.
Does anyone know the last time we used ISBA for this process?
The university search team was used with Dr. Reed and Mr. Acton. Dr. Bippus was here when Dr. Bippus hired me, so I don't know how that went about with Stan, so.
So to address timeline, we would, again, reach out to all these, the one that we're probably most interested in, we would have come speak to us in February, and then we'd start the process from there in hopes to have it completed by June. Because I don't think anybody's going to leave a school prior to their end of their school year. I would hope that they wouldn't. Does anybody timeline seem accurate? Allison?
Yeah, good with that.
Becky? Mark? Becky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Anything else?
So you're gonna have Dr. Thurston reach out to the?
Yes, Dr. Thurston's going to reach out to these that we listed. I made notes of them. Once we get some input back there, we'll make a decision based on, one, cost analysis, and two, we've used one, and ISBA we're a part of, so, and we use them for every other, question and concern that we have, so I wouldn't be afraid for us to go down that avenue. Are we allowing any?
We might wanna go ahead and just assume that we're gonna, because we're not gonna get together again to meet,
Yeah,
to make a decision. So I think you go ahead and get that information, but we might want to go ahead and schedule ISBA
Yeah.
to show up, if that's where you're leaning. We probably need to schedule one to come in now, because we can't get the information and make a decision.
gotcha. So ISBA, Becky, Mark, are you guys on board with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But
Yeah,
still get the other information.
yeah, we'll still get the other. Yeah. Are we allowing comments from the audience? We didn't have a sign up for that.
No.
Do we have a sign up?
Rodney,
Yes.
they provided some guidelines and some, I sent that to the board, the guidelines that they had,
Yes,
they
yeah,
had sent
yes.
before.
Yep,
And
yep,
some questions and stuff, and I remember I sent that to you,
Yep.
read to the board.
yeah,
that
we've
information
all
from
got,
last time.
we've all got a copy of that.
Yeah.
Any other questions, concerns? Any input from our audience? Any questions from anybody that's here?
Just a thought.
Yes,
If this is like hiring a teacher,
yes.
you may want to roll things back from June because teachers tend to secure positions, in May.
Mm-hmm.
And then does that make
Yeah,
sense?
yeah. Yeah,
Just an old person speaking.
yeah. And it may be that way because, you're talking about a February meeting and then March, April probably interviews, and then it's probably in that time frame as well. Yeah,
We have the hearing process.
hearing process, yeah, so it's, yeah.
And the second thing is, thanks to all of you for being brave enough to make the virtual schools decision.
Yep,
Thank you.
no problem. It's, it's unfortunate the times that we're in, but it's, it's just crazy out there right now. And every school you talk to, the people that you talk to, it's just, we realize kids are behind, but we gotta do what's right. And I applaud these guys for setting up childcare for those 2 days. That's something we really talked about, that we didn't want to close without that happening. And Brent set that up, and we got that accomplished. So just clear communication. Yeah, we want to do what's best for our kids, our faculty, and our town. I mean, that's we didn't have to have a special meeting to make that decision. We're pretty much on the same page. We got a pretty good group here, so. Anything else? Jennifer, you got anything? Congratulations on your deal.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I did not gain 20 pounds, though, just so you know.
I told my wife when I got home, I said, I can't believe I said that on there. But you posted a picture of eating, it's like, I went to the Super Bowl deal with American Family when that Super Bowl was in Indianapolis, and it's like every time I turn around, they have a plate of something eating, and I'm like, I apologize.
Just because you gained 20 pounds.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I got a chuckle out of that. As did several people who called it out to me.
I saw you when you walked out too. I ran home and I told my wife she's going to be walking out on a green thing that Allison said, and we saw you walk out. So, congratulations to you there. Any questions, Mr. Suvak?
No, listening to Bonnie's comment, I think it's a good one, and just to be sure that I heard your response correctly, I mean, if you get close to the end of the school year, there are commitments made, so you made the comment you're not going to rush through this, which I support that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, is that kind of the target that we're looking for?
That's the target. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we want them here, hopefully for the summer. I think I share that with the rest of everybody here.
Good.
But we want to make the right decision as well.
Yeah, for sure.
A good fit, and if you read the newspaper, they quote me on everything I say. So, and I didn't say anything out of context, but we want somebody that brings camaraderie and that picks people up. I mean, there's a lot of people down right now. It's a tough environment, not
It's
just
a tough time.
for parents, for teachers, for faculty, for board members, for all of us. So, hopefully, we find that leader who has.
Including the students. I mean, it's tough for everybody.
It's tough for everybody, and that's why we're hesitant to cancel school. But on the flip side, that's why we set that up for a place for them to come. So we're going to do everything in our power to think of everyone when that situation happens. So, and I think we've done a good job of that with the folks we got.
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't try to second guess you. That's a big responsibility.
Well. Some people apply, some don't, and that's
I spent decades getting up in the middle of the night when there was a snow, driving around trying to decide if 1,000 people were going to work that day or not.
Yeah.
And so I always made the wrong decision, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I do have some appreciation because of that.
Yeah. It's tough, and after 3 years on the board, I realized we're not going to make everybody happy, but at the end of the day, we got to do what's right, and that's take care of kids and take care of our faculty in our town. And, I appreciate the support all the people that we've had here, Becky and Mark, and Jana gets asked to do a lot of things at the last minute, put together a special meeting and figure out the codes with me and where we're going to have it and all that stuff. And then J.D. Wade Swift's here to televise it, and there's a lot of things that go into play just other than us saying, hey, we're just going to show up and hire a superintendent. So I think we're on the right track. We're all on the same page, I feel like. And if nobody has anything more, do you guys have anything else you'd like? Becky, Mark?
No. Do you need a motion? I'll make the motion whenever you're ready. I'm sorry.
No.
It's hard to tell.
No, you're fine. So Becky's going to make the motion for us to adjourn. We'll meet again, second Monday, February.
Valentine's Day.
Did we want to adjust that? We can adjust probably to Tuesday.
I think Richard and Bonnie are the only two.
I'm okay.
I would rather do it Monday.
14.
I'm hoping to help a plane on
Harold
Tuesday.
House is smart.
Becky makes the motion. Richard, you second? Richard seconds. All those in favor? This is closing meeting. Thank you.